And good evening. It is 10:30 p.m. here in Stockton. I'm Gabriel Porras with SCW News and our second Decision 2020 update of the evening. I'm going to show you the results right now as we're getting the new results in from the San Joaquin Registrar of Voters Office. In the highly watched Stockton mayoral race so far, we have no major changes since our last update. Mayor Tubbs still leading with 40.74% of the votes. That is now counting vote by mail ballots as well as some polling locations, some election day results coming in now. Again, 40.74% for the incumbent. In second place still is Kevin Lincoln with 20.03% of the votes. Still not a very significant change from what we saw in our previous update. In third place, Bill Smith at 14.21%. And then in fourth place, here we can see we have Motek Patrick Sanchez at 8.73%. And in fifth place, as you go down the list here, you can see now Xiao Lo at 6.29%. Seventh place will go to Shelley Hollis with 3.69% of the vote, and eighth place is going to Andrew Lee Johnson with 1.41% of the votes. These are all, again, preliminary. We are still getting more results in. This is based on what we have so far from the Registrar of Voters Office, just released at about 10:30 right now as we went on the air. I also want to show you now the City Council for District 2. Dan Wright still leading at 67.28% of the votes. Fernando Duarte at 32.24% of the votes. And write-ins as well. We have on there 0.48% write-ins for District 2. District 6, on the other hand, looks like so far it is going to Kimberly Wormsley at 46.10% of the votes. In second place, Gloria Allen at 28.91%. And in third place, Amanda Anarud at 15.59%. Fourth place, as you can see there, Patricia Barrett, 8.73%. And also write-ins for that as well, 0.67% of write-ins. I'm going to scroll back up now to show you some of the other races that we are watching for San Joaquin County in our area. As far as our district supervisor for Area 1, so far in the lead is Miguel Villapadua. That is at 61.42%. In second place, Terrence West at 37.93%. For District 3, San Joaquin County supervisors, you can see Tom Patty, the incumbent there, is so far at 57.69% of the votes, but close by Albert Holman Jr. at 41.95% of the votes. As for District 5 for San Joaquin County Board of Supervisors, Robert Rickman, the current mayor of Tracy, is holding at 49.20% of the votes, with Rhodesia Ransom at 22.02% of the votes. That's for District 5 of San Joaquin County Supervisors. But again, in the highly watched mayoral race so far, Michael Tubbs still leading in these very preliminary numbers. This is now counting all the vote by mail ballots, as well as now some election day numbers as well. He's leading by 40.74%. Next person in line would be Kevin Lincoln at 20.03%. And as a reminder, if someone were to win the mayoral seat, they would have to win 50% plus one vote in order to win tonight. Take office in January of next year, although that's not likely to happen since there are 8 candidates in the race. In this case, if there is no one who wins 50% plus one of the vote, this will go on to the runoff election, and that will be happening during the November primaries. And we'll have more updates here again. I'm going to let you see these results again. So far, Michael Tubbs still up at 40.72% of the vote, 40.74, I should say, percent of the votes. If you're looking at this column to the far right here that says total, that's where you'll find the total amounts. Obviously, to the left is vote by mail results, and in the middle of election day results. Still preliminary numbers. We're expecting some more updates to come in the evening, but so far Mayor Tubbs leading there. District 2, again, Dan Wright still leading 67.28%, and that's not a major change from what we saw earlier. In District 6, again, still not a major change from what we saw. Kimberly Wormsley still at 46.10% of the votes in that particular race. And as I mentioned, we're expecting a whole lot more results to be coming in very shortly here. The Registrar of Voters Office is supposed to be updating us hourly now with these results from Election Day polling, and we'll have all of those coming up for you here on SCW News, so be sure to stay tuned here. Thank you for watching.